Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping tonight. Every time we watch survival movies based on riddles and puzzles, we sit back from the comfort of our homes, calling all the shots like we would do so much better in the shoes of the characters. Well, now is your opportunity to know just how well you'd perform if your life depended on your ability to solve riddles, because in today's video, we'll be looking at some riddles that can literally decide if you live or die. If you get them correct, you live. Otherwise, you die. But before we continue, if this is your first time here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're updated every time we drop a new video. With that out of the way, let's get into today's video. Riddle number 5. A plane problem. Your worst nightmares begins when your plane flying over the Amazon rainforest gets an engine failure and crashes into the iconic forest tree. The first impact you hear is from the front of the plane at the windscreen, while the rest of the body makes its own impact, joining the loud noise like one big choir. You have somehow survived this crash, but fire from the engine is filling the cabin with smoke. It is obvious that you need to exit quickly. The only things to help you escape are the 3 items scattered on the floor, and you can only pick one. Number 1. A hot water bottle with a fluffy wool cover. Number 2. A small fire extinguisher. Number 3. An inflatable polyester neck pillow. What do you pick and how do you escape? You are 15 seconds away from death, so think fast. You can comment down below to lock in your answer. The answer. Let's start by marking out the least likely to be of help, the neck pillow. Why would anyone pick up a neck pillow in a fire, let alone one made of plastic? Plastic is a no-no for anything fire-related. Well, unless you want to rest in peace, or should I say, pieces. Next, the fire extinguisher. While this seems like the best option, such a small extinguisher really can't do much to such a giant fire. You'll be dead before you can even pull the lever. The correct answer is the water bottle with a wool cover. Use the water inside the bottle to wet the wool cover and use that as a makeshift gas mask. It should last you long enough to find your way out of the smoky situation through an emergency exit or the crashed windscreen at the cockpit. Riddle number 4. Amazonian diet. Okay, so you've successfully gotten out of the plane with your makeshift face mask. Congratulations! But unfortunately, your crash has caught the attention of one of Amazon's remote tribes. Getting out of the plane, you are now at the mercy of the forest dwellers. As a custom, strangers have to go through certain tests to prove their worth, and the first of these tests is to down one of their favorite dishes. Hint: 2 of these will kill you. The menu. Number 1. A plate of monkey brains. Number 2. A poison dart frog bread on crickets and mealworms. Number 3. A white mushroom with thin white gills. Have you locked in your option? Great! The answer. If you picked monkey brains, sorry, but you might literally be LTD, laughing to death. Eating a monkey's brain can cause kuru, and kuru causes neurological deterioration. Infected people often keep laughing until they die. And the worst part? It's incurable. As for the mushrooms, both edible and toxic mushrooms can have white gills, so you shouldn't eat an unidentified mushroom. If it's toxic, well, we bid you farewell. That leaves us with a poison dart frog. Most people would have instinctively kept away from this one because of its name. However, the poison in the poison dart frog is gotten when the frog eats poisonous insects. So since this frog has been bred on just cricket and mealworms, even with its name, it's not poisonous. The worst you can get by eating this frog is a stomachache, and in the Amazonian jungle, that's really the best case scenario. Riddle number 3. Temple Run. Congratulations, you've passed their first test, but it's not yet time to rejoice. You've been thrown into the temple, alone for your second test. While trying to catch your breath, you notice a large boulder filling the whole space coming right at you from above. You look down and see what looks like a slope with tripwires that trigger a crossbow when it's touched. You look to your right and there's a tile that looks different from the others with a big red button on it. On your left is a hole you can fit in, but it has machete blades fitted in it. So what do you do? The answer. The only way you won't die is by going into the hole with the machete blades. The blades will only cut as a result of microscopic serrations on their edges. Simply put, there has to be some form of slicing or ripping motion for the blades to pierce you. So you get into the hole and stay there completely still and wait for the boulder to pass. Once it passes, it'll break one of the walls of the temple and you can make a run for it. Riddle number 2. Blood, water, or acid? You try running as fast as your legs can carry you, and after running for what feels like hours, you come face to face with 3 tunnels, each leading down to a different pool. The contents of the pools are as follows. Tunnel 1. Linoleic acid. Tunnel 2. Cornstarch mixed with water. Tunnel 3. Blood. Remember, the forest dwellers are right on your tail, so think fast. Got your answer locked in? The answer! You definitely do not want to be inside a pool of blood of unknown origin. First, because of the viscosity of blood, it'll be difficult to swim across the pool. Second, because you probably got a slight cut from the machete, getting exposed to infected blood can be very deadly. Then, there is the cornstarch water mixture, which seems like a good idea at first, but this mixture is no different from quicksand and you will sink. Remember, you don't even know how deep the pool is, so this is very dangerous. Finally, linoleic acid. Acids have gotten a very bad reputation. However, not all acid is downright evil, and luckily for you, linoleic acid isn't. In fact, it can help treat inflammation. So it is your safest choice. Just don't stay in for too long. Riddle number 1. The Chosen One. You've swum across the linoleic acid pool and you've successfully gotten to the other side. Congratulations! On the other side, you find hunters who are about to rescue you. However, the hunters have one request before they bring you home. 3 of their children are sick and they are rationing their medicine because of a severe famine. They need you to tell them who is the closest to death so they can treat them first. Child number 1. He injected himself with tree frog poison and is now sweating, drooling, and vomiting. Child number 2. He's laughing non-stop and he just finished eating a chimpanzee. Child number 3. He was bitten by a huntsman spider and is suffering irregular heartbeat and nausea. The answer. While the first guy seems to be in a pretty bad condition, he's actually the least likely to kick the bucket. Weird thing to do to yourself, yes, but this is an old practice among some Amazonian hunters who claim it improves focus during hunting. So don't waste the limited supply of medicine on him. He'll come around. As for the 3rd child, he might be the next choice here, but the symptoms he is facing only get as bad as that. After a while, they'll wear off completely and he too will be back to normal. If you've been following the riddles carefully, you should have guessed rightly that child number 2 is the closest to the other side. He's laughing uncontrollably and he just finished eating a chimpanzee. Rings a bell? He has Kuro. Sadly, you'll also have to tell them not to waste any medicine on this child too, as Kuro is incurable. They should just enjoy their last moments with them in laughter. But because you told the hunters the truth, they lead you safely out of the forest where a helicopter is waiting to take you home. Congratulations! You've survived the Amazon rainforest. With that, you have successfully come to the end of the test and this video. If you like the riddles in this video and learned a thing or two, please hit the like button. To see more of our videos and what other future adventures await, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. Feel free to leave your thoughts and ideas in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you in the next.